at the moment, a FIFA press conference in Rio has just announced that Luis Suarez, Uruguay's talismanic striker, has been banned for 9 international games. This rules him out of the World Cup. Even if he appeals, he cannot play anymore in the World Cup. Karim Ben-Sharifa, Novi Kapadia, welcome to the show. Being hit at the last moment by this bit of breaking news. Let's tell you what's happened in that FIFA press conference. They've banned Suarez for 9 games. Suarez, remember, banned for biting Italy's Giorgio Chiellini in that Group D match on Tuesday. Suarez banned for 9 matches and 4 months from all football-related activity. This means he cannot play in the EPL for Liverpool till October, is what we are being told at the moment. The ban ends Suarez's World Cup campaign. And this is the 3rd time Luis Suarez is being banned for biting an opponent. He did it once for Ajax in the Dutch league. Then he bit Branislav Ivanovic of Chelsea in the EPL. We thought he learnt his lesson, but that dark side of Suarez has once again surfaced. Novi Kapadia, initial reactions. Big message being sent out by FIFA?
Yes, FIFA has been strict. I mean, they have. I mean, now the important thing is, will it be a deterrent to Suarez, or will Suarez, continue to be defiant over such things?
No, but
that, it's a conspiracy.
You are saying defiant, but the fact is, this has happened for the 3rd time.
Yes, it is. That's why I'm saying he doesn't seem to have learned the lessons of history. We thought he had been reformed with Liverpool, but again, in times of crisis, this behavior comes out, unfortunately. It is a deterrent maybe for all sort of serial offenders as such, that FIFA is firm. I mean, FIFA has taken a strong action. Compare it to ICC and BCCI and all, who appear very pusillanimous in any types of indiscipline. Right. So FIFA has really tried to clamp down and give a message. FIFA has all sorts of, international responsibilities, media responsibilities, corporate house responsibilities. So the idea is to have a clean image.
Right, Karim Ben-Sharifa, your initial reactions, because a ban looked likely, but the Uruguay FA actually went out. There was pressure from the Uruguay president. The South American lobby all said that these images were photoshopped. But ultimately, when you have 36 cameras on the field, you can't hide now.
Yeah, the cameras was very clear. The view was very clear. It's what I feel, it's very sad, because such genius on the field, the players, maybe with Messi and Ronaldo, one of the best strikers in the world.
Right.
And unfortunately, this irresponsible behavior will hurt him first, but will hurt also Uruguay and Liverpool as well.
Yes.
His club.
Right.
So it's. I just hope that it's good that FIFA is very strict. I just hope that this the fact that they are strict is not coming just from the pressure of especially the media and some sections of the media,
right,
that they took this strong step, and I hope that they also do the same with many other offenders. A harsh tackle that end the career of a player.
It could get ended by a harsh tackle. We saw one incident last night when Mohamed Sakho went with his elbow.
Elbowing somebody to break his nose.
Yes.
I hope they will be strict on all the offenders to be fair.
Right. I'm actually reading from the official FIFA release, which has just come on FIFA.com right now, and it says the player Luis Suarez is banned from taking part in any kind of football-related activity for a period of 4 months. It's also pronounced a stadium ban. He'll not be allowed to enter any stadium during the period of the ban while representing Uruguay. And the important bit, Novi, also is the ban which affects Liverpool now, because the previous incident in 1994 when the player was banned for elbowing Luis Enrique, the current Barcelona coach. He was banned for 8 games. It did not extend onto the club football. This has happened for the first time.
Yes, it was Marco Tessotti who elbowed and broke Luis Enrique's nose, and in fact that changed the fortunes of that match. Italy went on to win 2-1 and reach the final.
Right.
But yes, the ban has been extended. Now see, the important thing here is that it also puts an end to all the transfers. This idea that Suarez, because of his great form, may be going to Barcelona
or Real Madrid, 80 million pounds.
Yeah, another Galactico for Real Madrid. Obviously, the Spanish clubs now, if he's not going to be available for about 2 months,
right,
that as that has gone out of the window. And for Liverpool, yes, it is a setback, but ultimately it's a harsh decision on Suarez.
It's also time for him to learn finally that you cannot do this, because what the FIFA really says that when the entire world was watching, such behavior will not be tolerated. Hang on to your thoughts, gentlemen. CNN is reporting live from Rio at this massive decision made by FIFA. So let's go over to CNN and see what they have to say on this Suarez incident. Suarez, remember, banned for 9 international games and 4 months from all football-related activity.
How is a man like Luis Suarez, who I'm told away from football is a really nice guy, he's a family man, very loyal to them, and very quiet and unassuming off the pitch. But it is a serious problem that under the harshest global spotlight of all, a Football World Cup or a major Champions League or Premier League game, the sort of fixtures this guy's been playing in throughout his entire career, he just can't seem to control himself when he's up against the defender. Part of his competitiveness is what makes him so good, Michael. But I think the vast majority of football fans will agree with the action FIFA have taken, because they need to set an example. This is a tournament watched globally by hundreds of millions of people, by billions, in fact, by the end of this tournament. If you take the cumulative audience, it includes lots and lots of children. We all remember growing up watching a World Cup or an Olympic Games. Those are the earliest sporting memories and examples that are formed in your mind. You can't have someone being seen to do that and get away with it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing I suppose we can't answer, but would love an answer to, and that's to get inside his head. And, you know, I can't imagine another sport where anything like this would be tolerated. It's not the same as a dirty tackle or something like that. There is something quite primal in what's going on in his head. Alex, as you also point out, this man is an immensely talented footballer, and you know, as we said, not short of a quid financially. But do you think that this will have long-term damage to his career, or is the reality of professional sport, you know, once the 4 months, 9 matches is up, he'll be welcomed back onto the pitch just because it is a business and he's so good?
A really good question, Michael. I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? There's a lot of pragmatism in modern sport, because at the highest level, in the world's most popular sports like football or soccer, the NBA and other major international sports, they are huge businesses. Millions of dollars are at stake. And it means that someone like Luis Suarez is a valuable commodity that businesses will not want to get rid of anytime soon. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, Liverpool Football Club, who are owned by the Boston-based Fenway Sports Group, have stood by him during previous controversies. He was banned for 8 games for racially abusing opponents, banned for 10 matches for biting Chelsea's Branislav Ivanovic, and on both occasions Liverpool stood by him through thick and thin. But there have also been transfer rumours surrounding Luis Suarez. He would dearly, I mean, there's plenty of big clubs in Europe that would dearly love to sign Suarez. And there were even reports before this verdict came out, before we did the biting of Giorgio Chiellini a couple of days ago, that Suarez could be a transfer target for Spain's 2 big football clubs, Real Madrid and or Barcelona. And it's a question now as to whether or not his transfer value, and that's one of the police helicopters going across. I don't think they're going to pick up Luis Suarez and throw him in jail or anything, but the way this tournament's going, I wouldn't bet against it necessarily. But Suarez's transfer value may well be hit. Maybe suddenly some of the big clubs.
Okay, that was CNN reporting from Rio on the fallout of Luis Suarez getting thrown out of the World Cup in disgrace. Karim Ben Sharifa, the fact remains that there's still this talk, and Novi mentioned about the transfer value. That just shows what football is down to. The fact is, you've got a serial offender, and I'm being honest here, I follow Liverpool Football Club and I'm delighted by the way he plays, but there has to be a time when people stand up and say enough is enough. And we've had this in the history. In the last 3 or 4 years this has happened. It's still going on. What happens to these clubs? Is winning everything?
Diggy, is the football, let's not forget, being the most popular sports in the world, it's a big industry, and it's also about the business, as the reporter of CNN rightly explained. And I do think that you know, 4 months is a short period. It's not he's still young. He's not on his at the end of his career. I'm sure definitely his value now, whoever want to buy him and was interested in him, whether Real Madrid, whether Barcelona, I'm sure behind the scene they are thinking that's a very good opportunity to get a good player with a good value. Because definitely whoever is interested in him will use this saga, will use this to maybe lower whatever financial things will be involved. And we know there was many things that happened before, you know, offenders or even in dangerous things like match fixing and all that. But they do come back, and because the guy,
the great Maradona came back from a doping offense to coach his team.
So when I look at the 1 year from now, 2 years from now, I still see the guy will end up in one of the big clubs.
Novi Kapadia, what happens to Liverpool? Because they've stood by him all throughout all those incidents with Patrice Evra or even the biting incident. But now enough is enough, because there has been talk they'll probably, you know, just have to sell him at the moment, because 4 months out, 3 months into the season, again the same thing. There's even talk that they could even sue him for you know, for actually bringing the club into disrepute, and the fact that they'll have to pay him the wages even for something which didn't happen on club duty.
I think tempers are high at present, and things will cool down, and then everything will be looked at in a very rational way. Yes, one way is, as Karim has been saying, that there's a chance for another club to take him at a knockdown price because he's not available. And Suarez really doesn't have much say in that because he won't be available till November. So that is one possibility. Liverpool make the best of a, you know, bad business.
Yes.
Or the other ways which one hopes it would happen, it doesn't happen in international sport. This is a time to try and rehabilitate him. An outstanding performer. Maybe needs expert help. Remember, he's a great family man. He stole money from the streets to date his future wife.
Yes.
He went back all the way from a 7-day leave to propose to her and marry. So he's a wonderful human being.
There are two sides of Suarez,
There are two
unfortunately.
sides. He's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So maybe he needs medical help and guidance. And these 4 months could be used. After all, this football magic you can't get in anybody. You know, you can make thousands of people are good human beings.
Yes.
But there's only 1 or 2 people who are like Suarez. So maybe this is a time. I think the clubs, once things settle down, I don't really see Liverpool suing him. There's some form of agreement, behind the boards agreement will be made.
Well, I don't know about agreements, but the Luis Suarez story has completely thrown our bulletin topsy-turvy. We've completely gone over and